Best of r/entitledparents episode 2. A friend of mine works at a music store sell old vintage music, and the store has a theme that every day the store a different type of music chosen by the main employee. The day I went to visit my friend, the store was playing punk/alternate rock music. My friend is a huge punk fan. So sorry for the format, and English is my first language but I'm not great at it. Cast. PF. My friend who loved punk/alternate rock music. BS. Me who watched everything. EM. Karen from hell. EK. Karen daughter who is an angel. SP. Skater shopper who Karen insults. MC. Friendly cop who loves music. So I walk in the store and hear the punk/alternate music playing. The store is small and has a few people browsing the vintage music. I see my friend and walk up to him. We chat about nothing important. We hear this big door slam and we both turn to see what the noise was. We see this fat hippo Karen wearing clothes meant for a much younger and slimmer woman with a Karen haircut and her mini hippo daughter. EM lets her daughter run around the store and bug the other customers and makes messes. EM starts to browse for music. I turn back to my friend. We talk about a few video games that are coming next year. As I was chatting I hear a cough and see the EM wanting to talk to my friend. EM, where is the Disney music? PF. Sorry mom, we don't carry any Disney music or any kid-friendly music. EM. What? Why? PF. We just don't. It takes up unnecessary space and it does not sell. EM. No wonder Apple is taking all your customers. Look around, nobody wants vintage music. I bet that guy will be in a gang and overdose on drugs. EM pointed on SP who was dressed like a skater. SP. I'd rather be in a gang than be a fat whale bitch whore and have a fat hippo hellspawn daughter, which by the way she has thrown multiple items on the floor. EK. Mommy man said a bad word. EM. You young people are the reason the world is going to pot. You listen to satanic music instead of Disney or good Christian music. SP. Shut the fuck up Karen. I bet you are on your dying third marriage. God have mercy on that poor soul still married to you. PF. Lady just leave the store. EM makes unintelligent sound and soon a cop walks in. PF. Hey MC, I will have your items ready in a few hours. I hope you like them and tell your wife I said hi. She is a great music and choir teacher. I miss her passion for music and singing. EM. Officer, you have to arrest this man and shut down this place of evil. The music is evil and will summon demons and evil witches. MC. Lady, this young man is a great nice man. My wife was his music teacher and he was her favorite student, and this store has a nice reputation. Just yesterday they were playing classic music and the day before they were playing blues/jazz music. So I would leave, as I have seen just knock over basket of cassettes tapes. EM grabs her daughter and says, you will be hearing from my lawyers. M then leaves the store. MC also leaves the store. BS. WTF. PF. She will be in tomorrow and the manager/owner will be in and she will be banned. BS. What about her lawyer's threat? PF. Don't worry about that. The owner was a lawyer who is still friends with many other layers and judge, and we have the security cameras show her and her daughter actions. I chat with PF for a few minutes and then I leave. TL. Doctor. EM tries to make the store play Disney music instead of satanic music, only to be defeated by a music-loving cop. Thank you. Next. So this happened a long time ago, 7 months. I went catfishing and got hooked a 42-pound blue catfish when I stuck my hand in its mouth to retrieve the hook when it clamped down. I instinctively pulled when my hand got hooked through my muscle when it died. It was still clamped and its knuckles clammed up when it died and it didn't let go. After attempting to free my hand for 20 minutes, Friend drove me to the hospital. We put the cat in a bed and I explained what happened when I was shoved out of the way by a rep. Move. My son is dying. A few doctors rushed over and asked what is going on when she shouts. His nose is bleeding. I want to keep this short, so let's skip a few minutes, and she basically threatened me after I asked her to calm down. She was escorted out and we all had a good laugh. Sorry for grammar, I am on mobile. Thank you. Next. This piece of memory just randomly came to my mind out of nowhere, and I knew I needed to share this. I don't remember how old I was on this incident, probably somewhere around 7-10. Me and my dad were in the park. My favorite thing to do was swing on the swings, so immediately I went for them. There were already kids on the swing, so I had to wait till they finished to get on. While I was standing there, another kid came to the swings. He was definitely younger than me. Can't call him entitled because I don't remember him talking through the entire thing. Now keep in mind, I was there first. And my dad? He doesn't stand it when people cut in line. So when the swing was free, he immediately picked me up and put me on it. The kid's mom? Oh, she didn't like it one bit. The moment I started swinging, she started shouting at my dad. Something along the lines of, "Why would your grown kid need the swings? My kid is younger. He should be on the swings. Your kid is like a gorilla." I remember her insulting me multiple times, calling me ugly. Don't remember much else. The reason I remember her calling me a gorilla is because my dad told me to take it as a compliment, because it means that I can destroy anyone, lol. Yay. My dad didn't give a shit about her. But little me eventually started crying from her insults and left the swings. I hope she died or something. Thank you. Next. To begin with, a little bit of context. My siblings and I are homeschooled and we go to a Christian apologetics class every Friday. Since my mom is friends with most of the parents and my brother is friends with most of the children in that class, we decided to have them over for lunch on Wednesday. All told, about 12 kids showed up with their parents. The kids, including me, despite being a teenager, had the backyard, the den, and the playroom to hang out in, while the adults had the kitchen and the living room. The backyard has a swing, a huge tree, toys, and 2 playhouses. The den has a 42-inch TV that was playing some kids' movie, not to mention several boxes filled with toys. While the den and the living room are downstairs, the playroom is upstairs. The playroom also has a large plasma TV and some toys. The only difference between the playroom and the den was that the kids had set the playroom up like a movie theater. Snacks, drinks, rows of seats, so that they could watch a movie. However, after a while, the younger kids left, leaving the older kids, okays, in the playroom. Now onto the story. After everyone had lunch, I went upstairs to check on the older kids, who I hadn't seen in half an hour. Once I got there, I noticed that they were watching PewDiePie while my little brother battled his Beyblades with 2 of his friends on the other side of the room. I love PewDiePie and I usually find a quiet time of day to watch his videos so that I'm not interrupted. So watching this video with a bunch of tired kids was ideal. I sat down and all was fine and dandy until the EK showed up. He seemed nice and wasn't much of a hassle before, but seeing us watching PewDiePie triggered something in him. He started demanding that we took PewDiePie off the screen because his mom didn't let him watch that. Now, there were 6 kids, including me, watching PewDiePie, and none of us had cared that he had cursed twice in the 6 minutes of the video that we had watched. But to EK, this seemed like a reason to call the FBI on us. The thing is, EK had just walked in. He didn't know what PewDiePie was saying and he had never heard him curse. But he just didn't want us watching something that he was not allowed to watch. He could have gone to the den or the backyard, or the living room, or even to the other side of the room, but he decided that he wanted to be there at that exact moment. Not wanting to be bothered by an annoying brat, all of the OKs just ignored him and continued watching the video. Of course, this did not please EK, so he climbed onto the TV stand and put his arms out as if to block the TV. Annoyed, I sternly told EK to get down because it was dangerous and we were trying to watch. I'm pretty tall and I have a permanent, mad, face, so he immediately did as I said in fear that I would hurt him. I would never do anything like that, but he was still a little intimidated. After about 30 seconds, he grabbed a chair, put it in front of the TV, and stood on it. All of the OKs were starting to get pretty pissed off, so I told him to get down again. He got down, but it was only to climb back onto the TV stand. I had to threaten him with calling the adults at this point, something that I later regretted because that is where he got the brilliant idea of calling EM on us. He went downstairs, and about a minute and a half later, he came back with EM. Here's how the conversation went, to the best of my recollection. EM, what's going on in here? EK, they are watching PewDiePie. OK 1, we're just watching a video. EM, he's not allowed to watch that. That is an inappropriate video. Pewds was ranking Minecraft mobs. Me, it's really not. OK 2, and we told EK that he doesn't have to watch it if he doesn't want to. Me, yeah, We have a TV downstairs. No. He should be allowed to be up here and he wants to play with his friends. My brother, you need to take this off. Okays, groan and sigh. At this point, I was bewildered that this had reasoned that forcing an entire group of kids to stop watching a video so that her son could be where he wanted to be at the time of his choosing, that I turned off the TV and left. I feel bad for leaving the other okays behind. I thought I could have invited them into my room to finish the video on my computer, but I know EK would just have found his way in there and forced us to take it off. All in all, it was an annoying experience and a win for the EMs and EKs. One last thing. I want to attempt to explain the case of the Christian EMs. No, not all Christian mothers are all that bad, but there are a few that ruin it for everyone else. These EMs generally think that because they are Christian, they are immediately above everybody else and nothing that they do can be wrong. However, the Bible teaches Christians to be humble and to judge their own actions as well as to correct their own children when they do something wrong. So if you meet a Christian mother, remember, they are not all insane sociopaths. Added paragraphs. Thank you. Next. So this was a while ago so I don't remember all of it. So one day me and my family were on a road trip and decided to stop for food at McDonald's for a snack. I got bored while my dad was ordering and decided to go to the play area. I'm on one of those rockets things when two little kids at the top look at me in disgust and say, "You what's she doing here?" I get confused and say I'm a guy, which most people don't really see. The kids still have a disgusted look on their face, but then they climb down the tower. I decided to stay at the top for a little while until I hear, "Hey, you, on the tower. Get down here now." I look down to see, She looks disgusted like her little kids, who were right next to her at the time, did when they were in the tower. I look at and say, "Pardon?" Not trying to offend her. She looks at me and says, "Little girl, get down here. I need to talk to you." "I'm a guy," I say in response. "No you're not. You're a girl. Now get down here." I climb down the tower and walk up to her. "My little angels here told me that you corrected them." Me. "They said I was female. What's the problem?" "The problem is that you insulted my children. Little girls like you should say bad things to gentlemen." Okay, 1 I'm male. 2 her gentlemen were literally 4 years old. Me. "I'm sorry if I insulted them but I simply corrected them. They said I was a girl." "But you are a girl. Boys don't have long hair. Boys should never have long hair." At this point my dad's looking for me. Me. "Oh, I'm sorry mom. I have to go home. Sorry." "No, you're going with us. I'm going to convince you you're female." I leave and head for my dad's car. But no. Karen walks up to me, yanks me by the back of my shirt and starts dragging me to her car. My dad, who was looking for me, sees this and rushes towards me. "Dad, what the hell are you doing to my son?" "You're SON? This is a girl." My dad pulls me from Karen's grasp and walks me to our car. After that me and my family left. TL. Dr. tries to convince me I'm female, then proceeds to try and kidnap me after disagreeing. Thank you. Next. This is my dad's story from about 15 years ago at an amusement park in Florida. Cast. EL1. Entitled Lady 1. Main antagonist of the story EL2. Entitled Lady 2. Doesn't really do much EBF. Most likely EL2's boyfriend. Secondary antagonist of the story C. Cashier at amusement park food court HC. Head cook of the food court. C's son SG. Security guard at the amusement park. On to the story. So my dad sees EL1 and EL2 go up and order some chicken from the food place, owned by this small Indian lady, C, and her son, company. He then orders a chicken sandwich and sits down to start eating. Fast forward a couple minutes, and EL1 and EL2 come back to the counter with one piece of chicken left out of their huge bucket. EL1, "Our chicken was cold and tasted terrible. I demand a refund." C, "I'm sorry mom, but we can't refund you at the moment. We can however get you a replacement bucket of chicken that you will hopefully be satisfied with." EL1, "No. I am full so I don't need more chicken. I just want my money back." EL1 and C argue for a couple more minutes while EL2 calls someone on her phone. My dad didn't hear most of the conversation, except for the last part. EL2 just says, "Just get your ass in here," and hangs up. Enter EBF. EBF runs in from the other side of the room and literally puts C in a chokehold and yells, "Give EL1 her money back." HC, probably the tallest Indian man my dad had ever seen, looked to be about 62, or about 1.9 meters for you Europeans out there. HC comes out and asks, "Is there a problem here, sir?" and tackles EBF, pinning him to the ground. My dad then brought SG over who escorted EL1, EL2, and EBF out of the amusement park. My dad doesn't know whether or not they were arrested. EBF probably was, but SG later told him that they were banned from the amusement park. Some people, man. Thank you. Next. Basically the title. Picked up my stepson after he went on holiday with his mum and stepdad. First thing he says to me is, "Mum said that since she spent $600 on me for the holiday you can take me to the shops to get mum and stepdad a thank you present." Yeah, okay, thanks for taking your own kid on holiday that you also got to enjoy.